What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Kenzo for Life here, and today I'm going to be talking about the Battle of Battlefield 6 and Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Which shooter comes out on top? Alright, let's talk about the biggest throwdown in gaming for 2025. The rumored Battlefield 6 versus what we will expect will be Call of Duty Black Ops 7. For the first time since 2021, these two titans of the first-person shooter world are stepping into the ring together. And it's a clash that's going to define the next few years of shooters. So, the big question is, which one is actually worth your time and money? This is more than just a sales race. It's a clash of philosophies. You've got the huge strategic sandbox of Battlefield up against the lightning-fast arcade rush of Call of Duty. Today, we're breaking it all down: campaign, multiplayer, gameplay, and graphics to figure out which of these giants will reign supreme. Let's kick things off with the story. After Battlefield 2042 skipped a campaign entirely, which a lot of people were not happy about, DICE is making a huge comeback to single player. And honestly, the premise sounds pretty cool. Rumor has it that Battlefield 6 is set in the near future, throwing you into a global war where a private military company, Pax Armada, takes on world powers. This sets the stage for that gritty, one soldier in a massive war feeling the series is famous for. For anyone who missed that epic sense of scale, this is a huge deal. Over on the other side, it's rumored that Call of Duty Black Ops 7 will continue the story of the Mason family, supposedly taking place in 2035, 10 years after the fan favorite Black Ops 2. Treyarch has a knack for delivering these wild cinematic campaigns full of conspiracies and blockbuster moments. But the big rumor this year is a massive twist. The campaign might be fully playable in co-op. Now, that's a risky move that could totally change the game. So, who wins round one? Based on pure hype and a much needed return to form, the point goes to Battlefield 6. The promise of a classic epic war story is exactly what the franchise needs right now. And the community is absolutely here for it. Call of Duty's campaign will no doubt be a slick, explosive ride, but Battlefield's comeback story just feels more exciting. This is where the two games really couldn't be more different. It all comes down to how you move and fight. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is all about making you feel like a superhero. It's built for speed, flow, and aggression. Word on the street is that the Omni-Movement system from Black Ops 6 is back, letting you slide, dive, and aim from almost any position. It creates this fluid, almost acrobatic gameplay. If you live for twitch reflexes and a high skill gap, Call of Duty is in a class of its own. It's designed to make you a one-person army. Battlefield 6, on the other hand, has always been about playing your part in a much bigger battle. It's traditionally more grounded, focused on smart positioning and teamwork instead of solo plays. But here's where it gets interesting. Leaks from playtests suggest Battlefield is adding its own slide and fluid movement system. The catch, it's reportedly slower and heavier than the Call of Duties, trying to find a balance between new mobility and that classic tactical feel. This is a huge gamble. Some fans are worried it'll feel too much like Call of Duty, while others think it's a necessary step forward. This round is a tie, but for totally different reasons. For that pure, fast paced action that rewards raw mechanical skills, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is the clear winner. But for those who want something more deliberate, strategic, and team focused, Battlefield 6 takes the prize. What you prefer really says a lot about what kind of player you are. Multiplayer is the lifeblood of both games, and this is where they truly go their separate ways. Battlefield's signature has always been its incredible scale. We're talking about huge maps with tons of players, where infantry fighting is just one part of the equation. You can be a soldier, a tank commander, a jet pilot, or a helicopter gunner. That chaotic combined arms warfare is something you just don't get in Call of Duty. Plus, the famous environmental destruction is rumored to be back and better than ever, letting you level buildings to change the battlefield on the fly. Reports suggest Battlefield 6 is bringing back classic modes like Conquest and Rush, doubling down on what makes the series special. Call of Duty Black Ops 7, meanwhile, has perfected the art of the small-scale fight. Its maps are tight, expertly designed arenas built for non-stop action. The focus is on intense 6v6 gunfights, where you're never more than a few seconds from an enemy. While it might have larger modes, its identity is locked into that polished arcade-style loop that's been refined for nearly 2 decades. It's easy to pick up, have fun, and feel like you're making an impact right away. Black Ops 7 isn't reinventing the wheel. It's just making it shinier. On pure ambition and scale, Battlefield 6 wins this round. The return to massive destructive warfare is a powerful draw that no other game offers. But for accessibility and instant fun, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is still the undisputed king of pick up and play multiplayer, and it's not giving up that crown anytime soon. When it comes to looks, early signs point to one game pulling way ahead. The cinematic reveal for Battlefield 6 absolutely blew up online, sparking massive excitement. Even leaked pre-alpha footage showcases stunning lighting and physics, showing that the Frostbite engine is ready to be a graphical powerhouse again. A huge reason for this is a gutsy move. Battlefield 6 is skipping last-gen consoles entirely. By focusing only on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC, DICE can push the hardware to its absolute limits without being held back by older tech. Call of Duty Black Ops 7, on the other hand, is expected to play it safer by supporting last-gen consoles. While the guarantees a gigantic player base and massive sales, it also means its graphics can't make a truly revolutionary leap. It'll look clean and run great, but it's likely to be an upgrade, not a revolution. The verdict here is pretty clear. For visual fidelity and true next-gen ambition, the win goes to Battlefield 6. The decision to ditch last gen is a bold statement that they're aiming to deliver an experience that defies this console's generation. If you look at the court of public opinion, the hype seems pretty one-sided. We've seen fan polls where an overwhelmingly majority of players say they're more excited for Battlefield 6. It seems the community is starving for a comeback story after Battlefield 2042. But polls are just numbers. I want to know what you all think. Drop a comment below and let me know. Are you Team Battlefield or Team Call of Duty? What's the one thing that seals the deal for you? So, after breaking it all down, which shooter takes the crown in 2025? The reality is there is no single winner. What we have are two incredible but very different games that will appeal to different players. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is the safe bet. It's the reliable champ of fast paced arcade action with a super polished gameplay loop. It's guaranteed to sell like crazy thanks to its wide platform support and a formula that just works. If you want that instant shooter fix you can enjoy in quick bursts, Black Ops 7 is going to be your game of the year. Battlefield 6 is the ambitious challenger. It's winning the hype war with its gorgeous graphics, the return to epic strategic warfare, and its bold next-gen only approach. It has all the makings of a legendary redemption story for the series, but that ambition comes with huge risks. Rumors of incredibly high player count goals put a ton of pressure on the studio to deliver something nearly perfect. Ultimately, the choice is yours. If you're craving large-scale strategic combat and a true next-gen showcase that will push your system to its limits, then Battlefield 6 is looking like your champion. But if you demand the most refined, responsive, and fastest action around, then Call of Duty Black Ops 7 will likely remain your king. The real winner, it's us, the players. We're about to witness one of the most exciting showdowns in gaming history. And until next time, you guys, stay frosty.